Hey guys, it's Ian here. Stick with me. This is some of the best information out there, and people are just awakening to it. They don't understand it, so I keep piling it into you. For 3 years I've been on the subject. Please hang in here. See this in particular rock wall? Sorry for the bit of vibration. You see all that little fragment of rock in there? I'll zoom into it a bit. You see all those smaller fragments in there? Those are broken off of the bigger boulders. And it's not during the building of the wall. Let me change it like this. Get a nice wide view. And if I actually go up here, I can show you guys the BS in this by pulling the rocks out. So let's just go along here, around the corner a bit. Yeah, and everybody will be wondering what I'm doing and stuff. So what has happened is, look at that. You see that? So they just come in here and they just cram in the rocks after they break them off and stuff. See that? See, like when it comes to this, the wall builders do not do that at all. They're good with doing this. This is what they are masters at, is actually putting the rock like this and like that and like that. They do not do this kind of crap. If they do it, in this in particular wall, they might mix in a few rocks that big. Some of you can turn around and say, oh, well, that's coming from the back, this gravel and stuff. And fine, you say whatever you want. But when you really look and you see a whole vein of this weak stuff going on, let me get over here, okay? So when you see all these vein connections of this this small rock, this is part of what the being does. They like to do patterns. We are veined beings like they are veined beings. We work with paths. We travel our food on paths. Our body travels our food on paths. Their bodies travel their food on paths. Their minds are made in a way that they like to do patterns and paths. So I think that's what we're really seeing in here. And because they know we're pattern and path beings, they've found for a long time they can always slip it past us. But now if we start to look, we're starting to realize the abundance of what they're doing. It really does affect us in negative ways, guys. See that break off of that one right there? You might be able to go up close there and see where and maybe what you suspect they use for breaking that. Or you look for scribe. You look for a scribe mark, because that's generally what they like to do, is they like to do a scribe. And their breaks generally follow the scribe lines. Right there you get to see this pattern of chipping away. Like they're spooning it, cupping it. And yeah, so these rocks, you can see a lot of the faces come off of some of them. I've shown this exact spot many times. There's a copper up there who can turn around and see me. Maybe they'll come and get me in trouble for trespassing. Hey, pretend you didn't look. Anyway, so right up near the front here, this is one of the spots where I've shown you guys before. I said, look, they're hardly doing anything up at the front here. But now it's been changing, and all of it, everywhere you will get to be able to see an example. I get to see all the examples in these trees of how they are here. All of those trees, I can tell you different symptoms of what they've done to the structure of the growth of them. So I get to just know it differently than 99.9% of the people out there, if not 100%. So these beings are here, you know, whether they can actually go between dimensions and so on and so forth. We're going to find that out. We'll figure it out. But right now, all we're really doing is we're just trying to establish true tracking, true awareness, true findings, We're really trying to realize what's going on here. My realization is quite a bit different than the average person's out there. Than every person, I'm going to say again. So hit me up with information. Come and visit me, man. Like the days are only going to tick. You know, life isn't going anywhere. So come and visit. In British Columbia, Canada, just have your own place to stay or camp or whatever you're going to do. Sleep in your car for a couple of days and we'll hook up a number of times and your world will change. I promise you that. Peace out.